Hello everyone! I hope that you guys are doing amazing wherever you are in the world. My name is Shikha and I welcome you to my channel. As always, I'm so grateful that you're listening, subscribing, and commenting. I really appreciate the support. And if you're interested in supporting me further, you can do that by going to my Patreon or Ko-fi link. They're linked in the description below. In this one, I wanted to speak to you about something that a viewer said in one of the comments that I found kind of interesting, and I've been pondering over it over the last few days because I've been wondering if it's actually true or not. Um, a lot of times I have a tendency to believe the things that people say because I obviously always think that everyone knows better than me because I don't really do that much research on things. I don't read up on things as much as other people do. A lot of people, a lot of viewers actually are much more knowledgeable about things than I am. But sometimes I listen to something or I hear something or I read something and I'm like, you know what, that doesn't really jive with me. I don't think that's actually true. So I don't really know, obviously, I'm not an expert, but this is my opinion on this matter. And the matter is, they said that INFJs are going to be extinct soon because, of course, we're not reproducing. A lot of us are not because of the state of the universe and the world right now. And I get that because I'm not either. But also, in general, the world is kind of moving towards a non-INFJ-ness. INFJ-ness. It's kind of moving in the opposite direction of what INFJs are all about. That's what it seems like sometimes, right? Because, we're kind of moving towards more consumerism, more materialism, more narcissism, things like that. And all of that is basically the opposite of what INFJs are all standing for. So, I thought about it and I'm like, I think that's actually untrue. And I think it's actually I think it's very positive because the good thing about the MBTI system is that it doesn't necessarily have to do with genetics. It doesn't mean that if you're an INFJ and you're married to an INFJ that you're going to have an INFJ child, which is a great thing, I think. I think actually that's the whole point of the MBTI system, and I think that's the power of it, I really believe, is that even if you are in a non-INFJ family, you could end up being an INFJ. Obviously, none of the people in my family are an INFJ. My dad is an ENTP. He's an ENTP, yeah, I think. My mom's an ENFJ. No, my dad's an ENTJ. My mom's an ENFJ. My sister's INTJ. And actually, I don't really know what my brother is. I don't remember. Anyways, none of them are INFJs at the moment in time. Of course, that could change, and people always transform and transmute. But in this moment in time, they're not. But I am. And genetically, it doesn't mean that if I'm an INFJ, if I have a child, that I might have an INFJ child. It doesn't actually really mean that way, right? It doesn't actually work out that way, which is the brilliant thing about this is that I think what's happened in the universe, and this is just my fantasy of it or my thinking about it, that I think what's happening in the universe is INFJs are being sprinkled into families all over the world. All over the world, in different families, random families, all over the world, just like sprinkling, right? Just like a sprinkling of INFJs. We're distributed. Perhaps not evenly, maybe evenly. I don't actually know what the distribution is by country. So again, see, I don't know anything about anything really, but I think what's happening is that we're kind of sprinkled across the world, and we're given the opportunity to influence the people around us. And that's one of the things why I love being an INFJ is because we have the opportunity. We believe in making an impact on the planet. We love making an impact on the people around us and the things around us. And one of our main priorities and value systems in our life is to make an impact in whatever shape or form we want, right? It doesn't really mean that we kind of change a billion people's life. Even if it just means having a great family life and improving our family life and making sure our familial relationships are great, that in itself is a big impact, right? Because most people don't have that. And so that's a brilliant thing is that we're sprinkled all over the world and we have the opportunity to make a ripple effect by affecting the people around us in a small manner, in a big manner, whatever it means to you. It doesn't really matter, right? And so you make that impact and then you affect the people around you and then you change the world, right? Little by little. And so that's what I think the power of being an INFJ is. I don't think necessarily, that's one of the reasons why I don't think we're necessarily going to go extinct. is because if we were going to go extinct, I think we would have gone extinct already. And I don't think, a lot of people say that the reason why we're only like, there's only 2% or 1.5% of us on the planet is because we're slowly going extinct. I don't think so. I think we're actually increasing in numbers. I think we're kind of, the world in general is awakening as a general thing. And I think little by little, INFJ numbers are going to go up. Also because we have a priority on this planet, I think, as I've said before, we have a role on the planet to not only help other people awaken, to show them the path, but also to change the world, to make an impact in our own specific manner by teaching people. We love to teach, or by building our own knowledge and learning, and then changing our lives so we can be an example to other people, whatever that means to you, right? And so in general, as I said, I don't think we're becoming extinct, but in fact, we're kind of increasing in numbers. Slowly, of course, very slowly. But surely, I really believe so, that we are increasing in numbers. And as time goes on, we're going to become bigger and bigger as a population. In general, though, I don't think the numbers matter as much as the impact. And that's one of the reasons, main reasons I really love doing these videos, is because I want to transmute and transform all of the INFJs watching these videos in order to get them to a higher level, to believe in themselves more, and to realize that they have this power to change the world, to impact the world in their own special, awesome way, and to do it, right? Because what we do as INFJs, we sit and we think and we ponder and we reflect, and we're like, maybe I'll do it tomorrow, maybe I won't, I don't know if I'm good enough. And instead of all of that pondering and reflecting, we don't need to do all that, it's fine. Just do it, take the first step. Whatever that step might be for you, perhaps reconciling with your father, or perhaps reading a book and sharing it with your friends, or whatever that means to you. It can be a big step, a small step, a minute step, whatever it is, right? But I think that's where INFJs are going in general. I think that's where our future is. Now, we might not be here for it, our generation, people kind of listening to it right now, but I don't think necessarily that INFJs will go extinct. I really don't believe so. It really doesn't jive with me. I don't think that's a possibility. In general, I think we're always going to be around because we need to be around, because we need to show other people the truth. And I'm not saying that as an egotistical thing. Other MBTI types might be doing the same thing as well, but INFJs in particular are definitely here for that purpose. And again, that's my instinct, my intuition that's telling me that. And so I'm just sharing with you guys what my intuition is telling me and what I think I see in the world and what I believe is happening in the world. Again, a lot of the stuff that I share with you guys is just my instinct and my intuition. So I sit down and talk about things that my intuition is telling me, but a lot of times you guys are like, where does she get this stuff from? Well, I don't really know. This is what I believe. This is what my intuition is telling me. I can't give you any proof for it. I can't be like, all right, this is my hypothesis and this is how I can prove it. But this is what I believe. And I don't know what you guys believe. And that's the reason I'm doing this video as well, because I'd love to hear from you. What do you think? Do you think we're going extinct? Do you think the world is going to have no INFJ soon? Do you think that the world is going to, little by little, get rid of INFJs? Or, are we getting bigger in numbers? Do you believe in the fact that we're going through an awakening process that might result in a higher number of INFJs? Do you really believe that INFJs have a purpose on this planet? I'd love to hear from you guys. Let's start a discussion. And let me know what your opinion is on the matter. Because, of course, my opinion is just one opinion out of a billion. Or 8 billion, whatever number we're at. And so tell me what you guys think, and I'd love to kind of have a conversation. And if you have any questions about this, if you think that I missed something or skipped something, if you want me to expand on something, let me know and she'll do a follow-up video on it. Thank you again for watching. Thank you for listening to my crazy ideas, and I shall see you guys in the next one. Bye for now.